Hello, my name's Jackie and welcome back to my channel. I'm an aspiring writer and Camp Nanowrimo is coming up, so I thought I'd do a quick video with what my plans are this year. If you're not familiar with NaNoWriMo and Camp Nanowrimo, basically NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month. It is in November of every year and a bunch of crazy people from all around the world attempt to write a book in a month. And by a book, I mean 50,000 words. So depending on the genre of book you're writing, that's probably not going to be a complete book, but it's a really good writing goal and the community's awesome and they always have a whole lot of special offers for writers and it's a lot of fun to be part of. Camp NaNowrimo is the same community and the same organisation, but it's less formalised than NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is very strict, 50,000 words of a novel in 30 days. With Camp NaNowrimo, you can choose your own goal and choose your own project. So for your own goal, it could be a lower or higher word count goal. It could be a revision goal or an editing goal rather than a writing goal. It could be a brainstorming goal. It could be a time goal, so how many minutes or hours you want to spend on your project rather than how many words you want to write. The other thing is that you can choose your own project. So National Novel Writing Month is supposed to be around writing a novel. For camp, you could do a screenplay or a poetry collection or a short story collection or a non-fiction book. Basically, whatever your heart desires, you can set up your own Camp NaNowrimo goal. Now, Camp NaNowrimo starts in April, and for me, that timing is a little bit awkward this year because, as I mentioned in my last video, I think, I'm actually going to be working with a book coach soon on my YA Superheroes Meets the Russian Mafia book, Powerless. And I need to get that done in time to send it to her, so I need to send it to her in the first week of April. So that makes it a little bit awkward for starting a new project, just because I'm going to lose some time to this old project. So I thought what would be a better goal for me would be a time one, but specifically time spent on writing and writing related things. So my goal is going to be 45 minutes a day, 6 days a week. The reason it's 6 days a week is because I think it's good to have a day off. The reason it's 45 minutes is because every time I've tried to do an hour a day, I've failed, and that's become particularly true in my current job, which is a little bit more demanding than my last one. So we're going for 45 minutes, 6 days a week, and we'll see how it goes. I don't actually know how many minutes that is for the month, so bear with me. So according to my calculator, that is 1,170 minutes for the month. And I'm not sure if that's going to be achievable, to be completely honest, just because this year, unless I've committed to doing some sort of challenge for a week, I have really just been writing on the weekends. However, the past couple of weekends, since I've been working on Powerless again, I have been putting in quite a lot of hours, 2 or 3 hours a day almost. So yeah, it might not end up being spread over 6 days a week. I don't know how it's going to go. To be completely honest, I don't know how realistic it is for me to get time done during the week with this job, just because it hasn't really worked for me since I started this job, but there is still the potential of reaching that target with just focused work on the weekends, so we'll see how it goes. When it comes to what I'm going to be working on, there are a couple of things on my to-do list. The first one is obviously preparing Powerless for my book coach. Now, the deadline for her is the 5th of April, I believe. I'll probably have it done a little bit earlier than that because I do work on the weekends. In fact, I might even have it done before April. Just because at the time of filming this, I'm already 40% of the way through and I've got another weekend before April starts, so we'll see. But if I haven't finished it before April, the first thing will be preparing Powerless. When I say preparing Powerless, that is rereading, addressing beta reader feedback, trying to make some character motivations more explicit and build up some relationships so they don't feel so insta-lovey. And there's also one scene that I've never been happy with, and none of my beta readers actually commented on it. I realized as I was going through it, but I've never really liked this scene and I would like to crack it, but it's proving difficult. So the first project is the chunk of time that will be spent on getting Powerless ready. The second chunk is I actually want to start querying Powerless, and I didn't know if it was going to be ready, but as I've been rereading it over the past couple of weeks, I've just really enjoyed it. I've been going through it going, oh my god, I love this story so much. It's so much fun. So even though, yes, it's not perfect yet, there is room for improvement. Part of the publishing process is working with an editor and getting feedback and getting it improved. So I thought, if I still like it this much, why not just have a try? So Another goal for April is going to be doing my query letter, and I've already got a spreadsheet of agents, but maybe doing a little bit more research. My list is very US centric at the moment, and I'd like to be querying in the UK as well. So yeah, building out my agent list, especially for this book because it's a tighter niche than the general fantasy project I was working on, as well as doing the dreaded query letter, which I'm not looking forward to. So that's another benefit of having a time goal instead of a word count goal. If my goal was word counts and I spent the whole month just trying to get my query letter right, I would definitely fail. However, it is possible I could spend over 1,000 minutes on my query letter. If I do, I hope it ends up being a good one. After that, I have two options. One is to go back to my fantasy hot mess, which has been the major saga of 2020. Basically, a lot of writing and rewriting and getting nowhere. I'm thinking that maybe in the second half of the month, because by then I probably would have had about a month's break, maybe then I'll feel fresher, I'll be ready to go back to it with a new perspective. Maybe not, we'll see. If not, then I'll be looking at starting a new project, and I have no idea what it is yet, so stay tuned. So those are my plans for Camp Nanowrimo: 45 minutes a day, 6 days a week, or 1,170 minutes over the length of the month, and that's going to be spent on writing related things, so preparing Powerless, my Powerless query letter, and either fantasy hot mess or maybe a new project. Now I'd love to hear from you. Are you going to do Camp Nanowrimo this April? And if so, what are you going to be working on? Actually, 1, what are you going to be working on? And 2, what's your goal for the month? Please let me know in the comments below. If you want to be friends on the NaNoWriMo website, also let me know what your NaNoWriMo username is and we can connect there. And I will see you next time. Bye.